The David Beckham documentary. This is one of my favorite documentaries. If I had the time, I would watch probably the last 2 episodes again, just because it's really interesting content based on stuff I didn't actually know about David Beckham. So he's got a 4-part series out, documentary, 4-part documentary. It's out on Netflix. Bruv, it's
Last Dance-esque. It's up. I think it's up there with the Last Dances of the world.
I couldn't find out who filmed it, who directed it.
Bro, you never seen Succession.
No.
The Donnie in Succession is the one doing the interviews. There's a Donnie in Succession who was like Logan's like right-hand man. He had glasses. He looked a little bit like a little bit of a scumbag, like a creepy guy. But he was there right up to the end. I seen in one of the clips. He's a guy who was asking the questions.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, so if you ever watch Succession, you'll see him and you'll probably hear his voice going, "Right, that's the guy who did that." Yeah. He was like a consultant in Succession, but yeah.
Amazing documentary. Amazing. I didn't know his dad filmed and captured or received like over 1,000, about 1,000. I think it's about 1,000 tapes of him playing football as a kid from football matches. He was a stickler. Big Man United fan, obviously.
That's why he's one of his middle names is Robert.
Yes.
Because of Bobby Charlton.
Or Bobby Charlton.
So his name is, me and him share the same middle name, Joseph. So his name is David Robert Joseph Beckham.
Cold-blooded.
And I think, don't get me wrong, as a Manchester United fan, it definitely reminded me of why I love my club. Yeah. And it would be the same for you if it was a Gerrard doc, in-depth like this. Same for you if it was who come through the ranks like that, man? Like
Don't worry about it.
You know?
Yeah. But what it is, right?
A Wilshere or Fabregas doc.
No.
One of them was.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But I think the underlying thing in this documentary was, one of it was the presence of a father. I don't think that is going to get talked about enough, it has been talked about. But the fact that his father was such a big part of his life, it helped and contributed to him getting to where he got to.
100%.
Because the amount of hours he was putting into
his son,
and he was just like, cross it again.
But you know what I've noticed though? David Beckham himself was very passionate about football.
Absolutely.
His mum and dad were saying that he went outside and kicked the ball, and he was always out.
His friends are going nightclubs, like, nah, I'm just play football.
He was on ball hard. Also, the sending off in the
World Cup
1998 World Cup against Argentina.
He said he still thinks about it till today.
I didn't realise how much fucking heat he got for that.
That was bad.
Yeah.
He got heat, bro.
As a Manchester United fan, that's probably, outside of these times, that's probably one of the worst times.
Yeah, I think
as a Manchester United fan that we've experienced was when Beckham went
not even
through that.
just I think like in terms of like abuse in football, I think
that
before
was the start.
I think before what happened in the Euros, that's probably the worst abuse an England player has ever had.
That's a good shout. I like that. That's a good shout.
That might be. Because
you've never seen it on that scale.
Because even me, like, that wasn't my era in it. But it's like, even my dad explained it to me the other day, like, he may have been public enemy number one. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Even when it happened, he flew over because he's obviously Victoria, his wife, was a Spice Girl. He must have gone to America for a while to kind of just get away from things. And as soon as he come back and started the season, they were booing him at matches, every match.
Yeah.
Bro, Tim Sherwood, did you not see that elbow he got?
Yeah, I remember that.
Tim Sherwood.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Glenn,
the other guy.
Glenn Hoddle
tried to tackle him.
Yeah.
Like, there, bruv, try to take his knee. And the good thing is, he had like Roy Keane around him.
Yeah.
Who, as soon as them tackles come, Roy Keane was like, hang on, this is what we're doing. Ran up to man like, yo, you're
don't
not
fuck with Roy Keane was on job.
Let's go.
Glenn Hoddle is a pussy hole.
To this day.
Glenn Hoddle
allow man, he survived the heart attack.
Bro.
Allow man.
All right.
Allow man.
Health-wise, we're happy you're still here. But in regards to footballing terms,
Bro,
you did
still
the
a pussy.
number one sin of a manager and a player. You put man out to dry and you left him out to hang to dry. And when the shit kicked off, you never once jumped in and goes, you know what, guys? When they because look, people always forget, and they mentioned in the documentary, England could have still won that game if they'd put their penalties.
It went to penalties.
They didn't, and then it's like,
Yeah,
well,
but-
yeah,
but
no, we really got let down.
Englishman and penalties, man.
Yeah, but nah, he could have just said, you know what, it's a team game and collectively, but he left Beckham out to dry.
He left him out to dry. David Beckham got some serious hate mail, even got a bullet in the mail, bruv.
Man,
I remember
there was a dartboard
Yeah.
with his face in the middle. There was like a bunch of pagans around it, and they had him as a public enemy number one, and it was, bro,
The effigy outside the Croydon.
mad.
In the pub, bro. And the guy who owned the pub said,
No, it's not mine, I just borrowed it.
Bro, what a go on with Donny,
I
bro.
didn't kill the person, I just gave him the knife.
Bro, what I loved about this is, right, when I clocked it, there's so much things I clocked. David Beckham was so iconic that he transcend, like he was like, he transcend Man United. And you got to remember, Man United at that time is the biggest thing.
Clear.
Clear,
We
bro.
went clear then.
They were winning everything in that era, and one player transcended it all. He got into fashion. He was a rock, bro. He was outside. He was outside.
He is the poster child for, in my humble opinion, and my favorite player is Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
And my second favorite player is probably Ronaldo, R9.
Yeah.
And R9 was outside.
Yeah.
But Beckham,
Was that
I
guy.
believe
Yeah,
Beckham
yeah.
is the poster child
For
of being
that.
the first global superstar. football player.
Global
Yeah,
superstar.
because of his wife.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean no?
No, I mean no. I would go as far as to say she contributed to that.
No, she is the. Shall I tell you why? Yeah,
All right,
Spice
go.
Girls are the biggest girl band of
They
all
were
time.
at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, still to this day, they are still the biggest
Yeah,
girl band
sure.
of all time.
Yeah,
Yes,
girl band, yeah.
yes.
Sure. What big?
Yeah.
What? Not Destiny's Child.
Now they're bigger than Destiny's Child. All due respect.
I don't know. I'm asking the question.
All due respect to Destiny's Child,
You gotta understand, yeah.
Spice Girls, bro, their album was called Spice World. The Spice Girls ran the world,
Right,
bro.
right.
That's a fact.
Like,
They
you
were
got-
like they were
'Cause-
like Michael Jackson type big deal.
Cause Morgs, even I was like you, yeah, till my dad showed me how young I was. My dad, I said it, yeah. Joe was in the room with me, yeah. Joe didn't even say anything to me.
Yeah.
I said, no, David Beckham wasn't that big because of the Spice Girl, because of Posh Spice. Bruv, Joe looked at me twice, yeah, and he just said, Dad. My dad came in the room, he was like, Dad,
Dad
listen to your
involved, yeah.
He said, Dad, listen to your son.
Bro, but this claim as
Bro,
a brother.
So,
Bruv,
I 100%.
Like,
100%.
He's saying that like people didn't really care about footballers until that moment where Victoria and David are together now, and it's like
Yeah, they
he's now
did.
going to fashion shows with her.
They did
he's
bits.
now in the scene more. So
I
people
feel-
people are seeing David Beckham more because of her.
But I feel like
Like-
he was on the cusp. I feel like he was making little rumblings on a football level. He was making little rumblings like Adidas was like, we got to make this guy the poster child of our brand.
But then when
Little
do
things was happening.
Adidas make him the poster child?
Like
Bro,
after
that was
his,
before.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Timeline
timeline-wise,
wise,
it was before
I think it was
Victoria.
like after he did that madness with that.
When did his Predator boot come out? Because there's a Beckham Predator boot, the black, red, and white ones.
Right, but before that, he had.
Yeah,
he basically owned Predators. Predators was his thing. When he
Yeah.
did that mad
The
loop
free kick.
kick, was it against?
Oh, the
Palace?
loop kick against
Yeah. Or Leeds, was it one of them guys, or Wimbledon, one of them.
Yeah.
He then became a household name because
Yeah.
rival fans was like, "Did you see that David
Yeah,
Beckham
yeah,
goal
but-
he scored?"
but then
Because
that's
Pele almost did
and
it.
You have to think about it though, yeah. Like as big as football is, you got to think about him into the fashion industry in some sense. Because remember, yeah, when you don't really look at football as fits until then. When he's probably the first
When
footballer
you look at
who
him fit, what did you say?
his footballer fits, as in like what they're wearing.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you
okay.
said he was fit. I was gonna say.
So you gotta let him learn
know.
because like
Yeah, go on.
Like when you think about it, he's probably the first footballer where what he's wearing was looked at, and that's only after he got
agree.
with Spice.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let's be
I
real.
agree.
Let's be real. Footballers only used to really wear tracksuits and
No,
game
I
day
agree.
wear.
But what I'm saying is, my point is, he was making baby steps to there already. Like he had a hair gel sponsorship deal. Because let's call a spade a spade. When it came to footballers, Beckham was head and shoulders in regards to how he looked.
Shout out
But
Joe
when he
Hart.
got to with Posh, he went clear. But he was making by himself, based off his football talent, he was making his little baby
obviously,
steps. But then he went clear when he got.
But then even then, like there's certain things that would only really stay in the football realm. If you
Yeah,
know what
true.
I mean. Like, because you're you're bringing everyone else to the football. People are gonna be like, "Who's David Beckham?" I know that's Posh Spice, but David Beckham is a player for Man United. He wears a number 7. He does this, and that. He scored the free kick for England in 2002 that got them to the World Cup. That's when people start. That's when his name starts really ringing out.
He's the first global superstar player.
Alex Ferguson wasn't even feeling that whole relationship with.
Nah, because he just thought it was distracting him, and he had a point, and Bex was trying to. And to Bex's point, he was trying to keep it together. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, because like Bex is probably my top 5 favorite Manchester United players ever. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, because I always said to people like, look, there was more to Bex's game than just banging in a free kick or a cross.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, when Bex said, so then I got told, oh, we're moving you on. And then he was like, and I was trying to get through to the man. I said, can I speak to Alex? He goes, nah. He's not available to talk right now. Yeah. And I could see on his face, even now, that still hurts him. That he couldn't, because he didn't want. He would have retired at Manchester United.
He was like his father, bro.
He would have retired at Manchester United. He didn't want to leave.
Second father, man.
And he was just like, and he was like, well, look, if I'm gonna go, I want to at least have the opportunity to choose the destination. And he was at Real Madrid, but it was just like when he's like, I was just trying to
his peak.
Get the call, just to try and he's like, I don't know if I could have convinced him to change his mind, but I just wanted to try and have that conversation with him. I was like, Bex, man.
Let's talk about Galactic.
Does he know where he was initially going before he decided to say Real Madrid?
Nah. They just said,
no,
you're available on the market.
They wanted to send him Barcelona first.
Also, I got another question. I don't want to they've got a history about a lot of English players.
They wanted to. It was in the doc. They wanted to get him out to Barcelona first.
Okay.
Also,
and then it was the guy from Real Madrid who was doing the Galactico thing, where he was like, I'm getting the best from everywhere. But this is the thing. This is what I was real about the doc as well. The guy who owned Real Madrid, I can't remember his name, but he was like, Beckham is going to bring money to this. He's not just, Beckham, he understood the cachet in Beckham. He understood the lucrative deals and everything else that would happen when they signed Beckham. Yeah. And it was like, who was there? Flipping Figo was there.
Yeah, Ronaldo,
bruv.
Roberto Carlos,
Zidane.
Bruv, I was like...
And bro, it was mad. And they never won the Champions League. Man. But I got a question about Beckham, but I want to make this too football related.
Yeah. After your question, we're moving on. Go on.
But where do you think he'd play in today's game?
He's still playing the same position. He played midfield on the right.
You think he'd be as a right midfielder in today's
Centre
game?
mid, yeah.
There's not really right midfielders in the game anymore.
He wasn't fine. I don't think he was fast enough to be a winger, but he would be creative. He'd just be that creative player.
I think he could play that quarterback, like that role he was playing for like PSG.
What, centre mid? But then that was like towards the latter stage of his career.
But I think at a 26-year-old, 27-year-old Beckham playing there, I think that's
obviously like I don't really get to watch much of Beckham, so I'm not gonna say I knew his game.
Yeah, but on the right side, him and Neville had that unlocked.
Bro, Rebecca Luce, we all know her naan bread was juicy with that name. Yeah, he beat.
Yeah, he just didn't. I like how he. I like
how they moved off that.
But he broke it down. It's like, look, man, I was in this new country by myself.
Yeah.
I was missing my wife. He was basically saying like, look, a man got lonely.
Yeah.
And someone said they'd scratch the itch.
Yeah, he tumped it. He tumped it a couple times.
But the way they went with that story, yo, them people, they were aggressive, like
They were
paparazzi
aggressive.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
they were aggressive.
Yo, when you're making kids cry because
Yeah.
he's with his kids and them, it's like, you lot got to relax, man. But
Victoria forgave him.
Of course she did.
yeah. But shout to, yo, did you catch the little cameo shuffle at the end, yeah? Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah, all right, cool. But anyway, if you haven't seen the documentary, go watch
see it.
the Beckham documentary.
I saw one clip where she tried to lie about coming from a working class family.
That was funny.
Bruv.
That was funny.
Bruv,
And he was like, don't lie.
A man perked his head through the door, yeah.
What? Tell him what car it was. Oh, yeah, it's to get driven around. What car was it?
Yeah.
Tell him. Oh, no.
Bro, you know,
Tell him.
You know the black household, yeah. You just hit in your mind like, well, she's chatting shit. What did you
No,
just
but
say?
shout out to Bex, man.
But
Keep it real to his roots,
especially
man.
from where he's from.
Yeah. Working
He's-
class.
yeah.
Bex,
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, Bex has always
a
been
G.
that guy. So shout out to you, Bex, and thank you for that love letter of, you know, like even breaking down the whole treble side of things
Yeah.
to that goal against Greece. To big up yourself,
Didn't
Bex,
know
man.
he didn't know he ended up playing for AC Milan on loan.
Yeah.
and then PSG. I didn't know.
You didn't know? Wait, what?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
This
man.
is what I'm trying to say.
Wasn't AC Milan like after Madrid?
No, it was during. No,
Nah,
Yeah.
he went to Galaxy.
He went to Galaxy
and then went on
Then
loan to
went to-
Madrid in the off season to stay fit. And Ronaldinho was
yeah.
there.
And he was bad there.
Ronaldinho,
He played a
Pirlo.
few games and
Yeah,
badded
no, he was
it up.
badding it up still.
Bro, that team was, I think it was like Ronaldinho, Pirlo,
Yeah, there was ballers in that team still.
Zlatan maybe.
I think so. There was ballers
Was
in there.
Thiago Silva? I think
then he
he
went
played with Thiago Silva and Ibra at PSG actually.
And then he went to PSG.
Yeah.
And I want to say he kind of started the whole little thing that happened after that. It was like, yeah, let's just get the big boys in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so shout out to Bex, man.
Check out that documentary.
Yeah, even if you're not a fan
dope.
of football, you know who David Beckham is. And I think there's enough in there, even if you're not a fan of football, to keep you entertained.